Hello everyone, my name is TheUhhoh, and today we're doing some more Tropico 4. Previously we actually started this pretty legit mission to kind of take over this bastard's company, and we've actually made some progress on it. We got 2 out of the 5 shares that we need, which is always good. Unfortunately, we need to get I think 51% of the shares before we actually finish the mission, which, isn't going to be too hard if we already have 2 of 5, and we didn't really get that far last time. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do it fairly easily. Anyhow, we're going to get started here. As you can see, we are actually still fairly low on money. Our income level is not the best, but that's to be expected. It always happens when you first start out on the mission. And in fact, I do need to build more tenements because, as it turns out, we've got hundreds of people moving in, and we just don't have enough space for them, unfortunately. Also, well, they could move in here. I don't know what the problem is. Oh, I think I know. Hold on a second. We don't have this enacted yet. I'm going to activate the free housing policy so that people can move into the tenements and that they can live here and, be happy and stuff, because right now, apparently, they literally can't afford the lowest quality of housing, which, to be fair, is kind of ridiculous. Oh, it's not that at all. It's actually just not finished. They literally hadn't finished the bottom floor. That does not make sense. You'd think they'd start on the bottom floor and then they'd finish the top floor, but no, apparently in this game you start at the top and then finish the bottom, which, I don't know. That just doesn't seem to work in my mind. It just doesn't. There's just something wrong with that. Who knows? I mean, this is Tropico after all. God knows. God only knows what weird, metaphysical, physical world this is.
God does not need temples.
Oh, gosh.
However, our faithful believers do.
Okay, that's probably a good thing to build. The 29% of the island isn't that much, but to be fair, it is religion, and we've always provided religious stuff for the people of Tropico, so we're probably going to be providing it this time. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I mean, I guess I could just put it over here. I mean, this is a good spot, right? I'm imagining that a lot of the people on this island, after I build this, will become religious, if they're not religious already. So, as they're coming back from work, at the farms and stuff, after they're slaving away out there in the fields, they can just drive right up to the church. They can pay their tithe to the Great Gordon, and then they can go to their houses and, sleep in the free houses that he has provided by his own grace and beauty. Because that's pretty much the image that I've inspired so far. That seems to be what people actually think of Gordon, which is surprising given that at the start of this game I was basically saying how he was going to be the ultimate dictator. I mean, he kind of is. I mean, let's not mix words here. He is a dick. He's one of the biggest douches in the world. I mean, let's be honest. But, he's not that bad. He's not that bad. There have been way worse dictators than him. Way worse. He's actually kind of moderate for a dictator. One might even say he's even liberal for a dictator, but I don't know if we go that far. We are actually making some money now. We don't have a large income coming in, but we are getting some money, which is good. And why aren't we exporting papaya? Do we have a papaya farm up? Yeah, we do. Okay, so these guys, maybe they just haven't produced yet. That's what I'm thinking is happening. They haven't actually managed to produce any food yet, which sucks because, we kind of need to fulfill this objective to get more stocks. Also, how do you actually buy stocks?
Presidente, now is the time to act and buy some shares of Fruitas Limited.
Alright, I'm going to buy another share. Here we go. Now I've got 3 of 5. See, we're already making progress. Already. We're doing fairly well. So wait a minute. If my ultimate goal is just to buy shares in the company, why the hell do I have to do this papaya exportation? Why can't I just set up, any industry that I want and then buy the shares? That way I can make the big bucks without resorting to needless agriculture. Because no offense, agriculture is necessary for a civilization to survive. It's not necessarily the biggest money maker in the entire world. I'd much rather go with industry. And in fact, I think this actually is an industrial island too, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we've got, tons of ores here. This is a very ore-filled island. This would be a great place for industry. I could even set one up, right here. And just, get all this silver and then maybe build, a jewelry factory or something. But my mission objective forbids me from doing that, from wasting that kind of money. I mean, I don't know, maybe it actually will let me. Maybe later on it's going to be all like, now that we've bought out Fruitas Incorporated, it is time to move on to Steel Inc. or whatever the fuck his company's called. Steel Toss.
My dear Presidente, do you know that
Okay, you want me to build a high school. You want me to build a fucking high school. Fine, I'll build you a high school. That way the intellectuals will get off my back. But there are no high school jobs. See, that's kind of the problem. The intellectuals want a high school, but we have no jobs that actually will support a high school education. There are no jobs here. Literally, there are no jobs on this island that need a high school education. It's almost a pointless investment, but fine, intellectuals. I thought you were the smart ones here, so maybe I'll just trust your judgment. There we go. Build it right there. I am assuming that we're going to be getting factories in here later. In fact, I think we actually could get one in now. We could theoretically get a cannery in and then can up the pineapples and the coffee and then sell it that way. Because I think it actually goes for more money if we do canned coffee. I'm not sure why it goes for more money. I mean, you'd think that uncanned coffee would actually be more expensive. It has no preservatives. It's not protected from the environment. That means you got to ship it over there really fast, which means that whoever's buying it's got to pay top dollar for it. It's fresh. It's not canned, it's fresh. Which means it's probably not Starbucks that's actually buying it, is it? It's probably... whatever the rich version of Starbucks is, yeah, that's basically who we're selling to right now. I don't know. I mean, Starbucks does charge out the arm and the leg for its fucking coffee. Like, it's incredibly expensive, but it's not rich kid level expensive. Most people, I think, can't afford it Starbucks, but yeah. What is the rich version of Starbucks? Is there a rich version of Starbucks? Because that would be nice to know, actually. Oh, this is one thing that we do need a high school education for. We can actually hire someone to take care of this. Because all of our high school educated people are going to become teachers at the high school level, because that's how it works. Does that act... I mean, it would make sense, if all you needed to be a high school teacher was a high school education. I mean, it would make sense, right? Because you clearly met the prerequisites to actually, get out of high school. So, obviously, you should be able to teach the high school. If you're really, graduated, if you really know anything from high school, you should be able to fucking teach it just right out the gate. I found this actually interesting, and I had no idea this was a thing, but apparently in the United States, to be a professor, you don't need an education degree. I did not know that. And surprisingly enough, I'm actually not really that surprised by it. I guess it kind of makes sense. Kind of. You're not really dealing with children anymore. You're not dealing with adolescents. You're dealing with adults. But still, it's like, you don't need a degree. You don't need a degree in education to be a professor at a university. I mean, in that case, I might as well become one. There we go. Problem solved.
They wish to show their everlasting love and respect for
I don't need any pathos here. I think I can win the speech. Or who knows, maybe one day I'll become the president of the U.S. Maybe in some distant future, alternate reality, I will manage to coincide power in the U.S. government and eventually rise my way to office to become the real Macho Man Gordon. I'm going to accept... Oh, Jesus Christ, the religious happiness is not good. Okay, we need to bring more preachers in so that we can get that up even more. What's this one?
Morning, Presidente.
Okay, I'll build a grade school. Might as well. I mean, I do got lots of money coming in. I don't know when that started to come in, but apparently it is. So, good for me. I'm going to build us up a grade school just to get these people taken care of. Where should I put it? I mean, I guess right across the street would probably be a good idea. And plus, it's right next to the farm. So, just like in our last example back at the tourist place, the people in the grade school, the children, once they're done with school, or even during school hours, they can come out here and pick papayas. So it works out really well. I mean, let's be honest, that's all people are going to be doing on this island anyway, is fucking picking apples and papayas and whatever the fuck we need them to pick. Because God knows we're going to need them to pick other things later. It's pretty much all they're going to be doing. I'll buy another share. fact, I'll buy 2. There we go. I just bought 5 shares in the company. And now I'm assuming Keith Richards is going to notice us buying things from him. I think that's his name. I have no idea what his actual name is. But he's probably going to notice us buying stocks. And he's probably going to come over here like, oh, ho, 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 I don't know who you are because I don't want to be convicted as a war criminal. Oh, here he is.
I see that you've been keeping busy since the last time we met.
Oh, so he's not denying it anymore. I even heard some friends of mine that lately you've become interested in fruit. I'm going to tell you straight up, but you have no chance in hell of taking my Fruitas. Stay away from my business or I will destroy you. It's your last warning. P.S. I've told some of my influential trader friends that you are no good for business. I don't think you'll be receiving any orders from them anytime soon. Okay, I'm not selling industrial goods, so... Oh! Look! Build 3 factories and the industrial good price goes up again.
But it was bound to happen sooner or later.
So, have we just been cleansed of our crimes or something? Because, you know, the last letter I got from this Keith Richards, whatever the fuck his name is, asshole, was literally something like, I have no idea who you are. And now he's like calling us over the phone. It's like, hey, yo, Prez, I see you got lots of money and you're buying my stock, old friend. how funny. It's good to see you again. Like, is he not going to get arrested by, like, a national tribunal or something? I mean, if I'm wanted to be arrested by a tribunal, surely he's also wanted to be arrested by that tribunal. Ah, fuck it. Never mind. He's rich. He'll never get arrested. He's fucking rich. He probably owns the tribunal. Okay, so I need to build 3 factories. Well, that shouldn't be that bad. We need to go in here, and I think the 3 factories I'm going to build... Well, I know at least one of them. I'm going to build a cannery. Where is the cannery? There it is. We're going to take this. We're going to build a cannery. Probably just, you know, right here. Because why not? It's just a nice square place that we can just build our cannery. Gotta get it perfect so that we can fit the other businesses. There we go. And we'll set it to a high priority construction. That way we can start selling canned fruits and all that other good stuff. And you know what? Fuck it. I said we weren't going to do this, but never mind. We're doing it. We're going to build this right here. Set that to high priority. And we're going to build a fucking jewelry factory as well because I want money. Oh, build a garbage dump. I should have probably done this earlier, actually. Okay, so I need to go into infrastructure, and it's going to be garbage dump. There we go. And I'll just, I don't know, I'll build it, I guess, right here. Might as well. That way we can get the garbage out of here. Apparently a lot of garbage is being generated by the farms. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's probably like agricultural waste products or something, you know, like shit. Probably like human feces that we've been using to get the crops all sorted out. It's probably all over the fucking place. It probably stinks over here. Let's be perfectly honest.
My dear Presidente, the election day draws
Oh,
near.
well, we're doing great. There should be no need for fraud. I mean, we've got a very high appeal, apparently. Much higher than last time.
Presidente, China is going to execute a famous...
Let China do as they wish. I don't really care. I'm not going to read the situation. It's literally just picking from above, which is kind of unfortunate. I hope that's something they address in future games, so, you know, there's actual consequences. Also, the 4 people that voted against me, there are certainly going to be consequences for you if I find out who you are, so just keep that in mind. No, we don't have a doctor? Well, I better fix that real quick. I'll hire a college graduate and they'll go in there and they'll sort everything out.